Given what the government's been doing and this administration's been doing, it would not shock me, and I hate to speculate, if we were to find out that a whole bunch of people who work in Washington as our elected leaders, one way or the other, ultimately sold stocks last week, or potentially worse than that, shorted the market.
CNBC's Andrew Ross Sorkin may have been onto something when he shared his suspicion that government officials and elected politicians might have been gaming the stock market or gaming a stock market crash in order to, cash in, doing it to their advantage. Because new reporting from Sludge has found that Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene has been making some pretty fishy trades, Cenk.
Interesting. Yeah. And the timing of the trades are also very curious.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell you how what scenario those trades might make sense and what scenario they don't make sense. And then we'll see which one Marjorie Taylor Greene fits into.
So look, you probably won't be surprised to find that publicly, Marjorie Taylor Greene has been very supportive of Donald Trump's trade policies. She posts about it on X. She's done so repeatedly. I'll give you a taste of just a few of her posts. In one example, she writes, "America first means American workers first. These tariffs are Liberation Day for steelworkers, auto workers, and every forgotten small town. Empty factories will be full again. President Trump is bringing our economic independence back." Now, that's a common message that you'll hear from Trump supporters, certainly those closest to him and elected lawmakers as well. I'll give you some more examples. She writes, "The COVID vaccine experts and couch stock traders need to take a look at the history of the stock market. They didn't care when the stock market was down big under Joe Biden's America Last policies. This is a short-lived correction that will end up paying dividends for American workers and manufacturers across the country." Now, let me just pause and say I'm still very skeptical that the real intent here by the Trump administration is to bring manufacturing jobs back. In fact, we're getting a little more clarity from his Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, about how this is really just an effort to renegotiate trade deals. But I digress. So all of that I just shared with you in regard to her post are noteworthy because between March 17th and March 25th, Marjorie Taylor Greene bought up to $750,000 worth of Treasury bonds. Now, Cenk, why would anyone buy Treasury bonds?
Because when the market crashes, people take their money out. That's why they're selling the stocks. That's why the stocks are going down. Then they have cash. Where do they put that cash? They usually put it in Treasury bonds because they're safer. That's where you want to go in times that are volatile like this. So the value of those Treasury bonds then go up. And we've now found out, thanks to Bill Ackman, a billionaire donor of Trump, that Howard Lutnick, his former firm, Cantor Fitzgerald, heavily in bonds and are probably making a killing from this. So when they went into bonds is a different question than this story, but it's another example of, well, if you know the market's gonna crash, you'd go into Treasury bonds.
That's exactly right.
And that's exactly what she did.
And that's what she did ahead of Trump's tariffs announcement on Liberation Day. Okay, so she moves a ton of money up to that amount, right? $750,000. The reason why we don't know the exact amount is because members of Congress, while they have to disclose what they're trading, they don't have to disclose the exact amount. They disclose a range. They say that they've invested a range of money. Now, with that said, she invests in bonds right before the Liberation Day announcement, but then something else happens. So let's go to Unusual Whales, my favorite X account. They write, "This is unusual. Yesterday, meaning on April 7th, politician Marjorie Taylor Greene said that people panicking over tariffs are losers and failures. Today, she disclosed over a dozen stock purchases, purchasing $100,000, or I'm sorry, purchasing hundreds of thousands of numerous stocks. There we go. So she bought when the market was deeply red. So what kind of stocks did she buy? She bought stock in Amazon, JP Chase, Lululemon, Apple, and many, many more. And she bought up to $1.5 million worth of stock year to date. Now, all of this is especially concerning, when you consider that last week the president himself reposted a video essentially stating that he crashed the stock market on purpose. I'm not kidding. He posted this. Take a look.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So they're starting to pick up people uh, that that had inside tips or whatever with Trump or whatever. Who knows, right? They're saying a lot of people made a lot of money. Probably. Was it a scam? What ain't a scam in America? Just about everything's a scam. So there you go, right? That'll get you. That'll get you investigated real quick, monkeying with stocks and tampering with stocks. Yeah. All right. Now I'll be back. We're gonna check out some more things on YouTube, see if there's anything interesting. Want you folks to have a great day. All glory goes to God. I think we got some rain today or some cold temps today. You folks have a good day.